Hello, and welcome to this virtual home learning pack all about toilet training. Over the course of this presentation, we will explore some different ideas that will help to make toilet training easier. This will include preparing your child for toilet training, the first pee in the toilet, how praise and rewards can help motivate children to get clean and dry, and potty training tips. Preparing your child for toilet training. Just as we prepare babies for sleep by reading them a story, there are plenty of ways to help your child get used to the idea of where pee and poo goes before you remove their nappy for good. Involve your child with changing their nappies. Change them standing up, get them to help with their clothing and wash their hands together when you're finished. Talk about pee and poo. Tell them if their nappy is wet or dry when you change them and show them the poo when you are throwing it away. Try to avoid using words like stinky or dirty when you're changing them. Keep poo positive. Keep the nappies in the toilet or bathroom area and change your child in there so they associate pees and poos with that room. Introduce a reward system, like a sticker chart or lucky dip bag. Reward every little step towards potty training, like getting dressed or washing their hands. Read picture books about potty training together and encourage role-play games where Teddy sits on the potty. Show that you do pees and poos too. Leave the toilet door open and ask family members to do the same. Young children learn by watching and copying. The first pee in the toilet. The key to maximising the chance of getting a pee in the potty when you first take your child's nappy off is all down to the preparation stage. Here are some steps you should take before nappy off day. Check whether your child is physically ready, able to sit on the toilet for long enough. Are they doing a regular soft poo and can their bladder store urine for at least an hour? Help them to start making connections. Place some folded up kitchen roll in their nappy or in their pants so they learn to associate peeing with being wet. Make sure they are drinking well. Giving them 6 to 8 cups of water-based fluid throughout the day will help them to get a good, strong, full bladder signal which they will learn to respond to. Go for it. Encourage them to have toilet time or have a try at regular intervals when you know they should be ready to go for a pee. When they first wake up in the morning and an hour or two after they last went. Make it fun so they are happy and relaxed about sitting on the toilet or potty. Have a bag of washable toys ready to explore whilst your child sits on the toilet. How praise and rewards can help motivate children to get clean and dry. Praise and rewards are a brilliant way to help your child make as smooth a transition as possible from nappies to pants. Even at the preparation stage of the toilet training process, you can capture their interest by rewarding them for simple things like getting dressed and washing their hands after a nappy change. Young children respond best to instant rewards such as a sticker or lucky dip bag of inexpensive things you can wrap up. At first, a reward even just for sitting on the potty would be good enough to help them feel it's worth doing. Avoid telling your child off or punishing them for having accidents. That's all part of the toilet training process and your child isn't being naughty. By focusing praise and reward on the things your child can achieve rather than the setbacks, they should stay motivated to keep going and incentivised to move on to the next step. Potty training tips. Here are some tried and tested ways to make your potty training journey successful and as stress-free as possible right from the get-go. Before you start, make sure your child is drinking plenty. This will help them to recognise the full bladder signal and avoid constipation. Avoid fizzy or caffeinated drinks and sugary drinks. Limiting drinks to help them stay dry might seem like a good idea, but has the opposite effect. Our bladder needs to be filled and emptied regularly to keep it working well. Look out for signals of constipation. Poo problems are very common in young children and will need to be treated first before you start potty training. They should be doing a poo at least 4 times a week and it should be soft and easy to pass. Leaking, runny poo can also be a sign of constipation. Eric's Guide to Children's Bowel Problems has more information on spotting the signals of constipation and how it should be treated. Communicate with others and be consistent. Let everyone else who looks after your child, relatives, nursery or childminder, know that you're starting toilet training and the way you're planning to do it. That way your child will get a consistent message about what's being asked of them, whoever they are with, and toilet training is more likely to go well. It really helps if everyone who cares for your child is doing the same thing. Go potty shopping together. If you're going to use a potty first, before the toilet, let your child choose a potty. You may need to buy more than one to begin with. Keep it in the bathroom and let them practice sitting on it. Invest in a toilet seat and footstool. Some children prefer to use the toilet from the beginning. Just make sure it's as easy as possible for them to get on and off and sit comfortably. Toilet seats and stools are great for helping them to feel secure and get into a good position, so their knees are angled slightly up from their hips, not legs dangling down. Potty training tips continued. Once you've got going. Get them into easy clothing. Choose things that are easy for your child to pull up and down themselves. Avoid dungarees, fiddly zips and buttons. Practice getting dressed and undressed. Let your child choose their own pants and practice wearing them to get used to the feeling. Get into a toilet time routine. Use simple commands every couple of hours, such as, "It's toilet time now," rather than asking, "Do you need the toilet?" every 10 minutes. Your child is learning to recognise a whole new feeling and way of managing their body. This makes it a simple command rather than a question that they can say no to. Keep it short. Little children get bored easily. They don't need to sit on the potty or toilet for longer than 2 or 3 minutes. Have some toys and books ready to occupy them whilst they sit. Encourage boys to sit down to pee. Not only will this make it easier for them to fully empty their bladder, but it's also an excellent way to avoid constipation. Children are likely to sit down for a pee and then realise they actually need a poo too. Some more potty training tips. Staying on the right track. Try not to use nappies or pull-ups just in case. Going in and out of nappies might save time cleaning puddles, but it won't help your child potty train in the long run. Accidents are a pain, but will be how they learn. Switching between nappies and pants gives children a mixed message. Use washable pants and things like a car seat cover. Give lots of praise. For each little step, like sitting on the potty, washing hands and getting dressed. Rewards are a good incentive. Make them small and instant, like a sticker. Be patient. Potty training is a skill which may take time to learn, so don't be surprised if there are lots of accidents to start with. You might decide your child isn't ready after all, in which case stop potty training and have another go in a few weeks. Thank you for taking the time to listen, watch and read this presentation. Here are some helpful links that should help you on your potty training journey.